The Matt DiBenedetto saga continues. We have a poll showing the Gen Z might prefer NASCAR to F1, and Brad Keselowski speaks out about concussions. Let's get into it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good today. All right, let's get into the first one. This via the Morning Consult. The NFL remains the most popular league among Gen Z for the second consecutive year, though the generation's fandom for the league and other properties such as MLB and NHL is noticeably trailing the equivalent shares of Americans. And you can see the graph here. NFL leads, NBA second, college football is third, MLB fourth, esports, then college basketball. Then in a surprise to a lot of people, NASCAR is there above the UFC, the NHL, Formula One. So I don't know where their sample size came from. I don't know exactly how they conducted their research or anything like that. But to me, it's not as surprising, maybe a little bit surprising that Gen Z prefers NASCAR, according to this poll, over F1. But it's not surprising to me that there are a lot of Gen Z fans of NASCAR, because all the races that I went to, there were several people under the age of 30 or whatnot that were super engaged, super happy to be at the races. And I think you saw the esports right there. I think with the rise of iRacing, part of the esports thing is another thing that is against NASCAR's best efforts by not having a video game. Thanks to iRacing, I think the esports side of it has actually created quite a few NASCAR fans as well, so I think that does play a factor into it. This via Bob Pockress. Josh Bilicki will do a partial Xfinity schedule for DGM Racing in the number 92 car this year. He will be in the car for Daytona. Rest of the schedule to be determined. So that was one of the landing places several people had been talking about that Matt DiBenedetto might be going to, because Matt DiBenedetto tweeted out that picture of him signing something, meaning he has signed a contract. But apparently he's not going there, and apparently, according to Bob Pockress, still waiting on DiBenedetto's announcement of plans. There are still two Cup cars, the 16 and the 15, that haven't announced their driver lineup. I would be surprised if AM Racing rumors were true. So there you go, the AM Racing rumor to Matt DiBenedetto. Bob Pockress said he would be surprised if it was true. Like I said back then, it was a rumor. It still could be true, but according to Bob Pockress, he doesn't think it's going to happen. But Matt DiBenedetto has definitely put out that he signed a contract with somebody, so we'll have to see what's going on as the Matty D drama continues to rage on. And on a more serious note, I saw on Twitter Isabella Robusto, pictured here, put out this particular statement. April 22nd, my world spun out of control, literally last lap, just past the white flag. I should have won, but instead, in a split second, I lost 8 months of my season and my life. Concussions aren't supposed to be this bad. Our cars and equipment keep us safe. Everyone's back in the car after a week, maybe two, sometimes a little longer, and this was my first one. So how bad could it be? Well, mine was different. No matter how hard I worked or how hard I rested or how many doctors I saw, recovery seemed like it would never come. But why? While talent doesn't have a gender, the severity of a concussion can. Because of differences in our neuroanatomy and endocrine systems, females can have much different outcome from traumatic brain injuries than males, directly affecting our severity and recovery. There are so many more factors involved than I ever knew. There's very little research on this, but it's real, so I want to share my story to help others understand. I'm so grateful and thankful for my amazing support system, my family and friends, and the best team ever at TRD and Toyota Racing for providing me the best resources surrounding me, believing in me, and never giving up on me. And to all my fans that sent prayers and love and patiently stuck by me, thank you. This year will not be lost. I've learned so much outside of the car. It's priceless. So now it's time to put all that together. Everyone asks, are you back? Are you 100%? Yes and yes. My new normal is a little different now, but I'm as hungry and driven as ever. I have a season to make up and a lot to prove. Long 2023, it's time for a new year. So super glad that she went into all that, and I completely trust and believe everything she said there, because I know how hungry she is as a race car driver, and I think she's one of the better newcomers up in the sport. I watched her at Ace Speedway sign a bunch of autographs for fans and just hung out and talked with them, and this was one of the races she was missing. She just went to the racetrack to support her team at the time, which was Lee Falk. I think she's with Lee Pulliam for next season, so I'm really impressed with her, not only in the race car, but outside of the track. She's really good with the fans, and I'm glad she's back, and I'm glad she got into this. And another person who was glad that she elaborated on this is Brad Keselowski. who tweeted out in response to this, having seen the results of a large clinical study on concussions in sports and having 2 daughters, this is another must read. People ask me all the time if I want my daughters to race. I hope they do, what makes them happy, though in the back of my mind also know it's more dangerous for them. Been watching from afar. Isabella, glad you're doing better. Thank you for speaking up on a topic that has too often been taboo. Good luck in 2024. And Brad Keselowski basically summed up exactly what I'm thinking. I'm glad she spoke out on it for numerous reasons, and I do wish her the best in 2024, and super cool of Brad to speak out on it. That's all I got for you on this one. Would love it if you subscribed. If not, I'll just keep making these things. If you're already subscribed, you know I appreciate you all as well. If you got a question, comment, or anything like that, leave it down in the comment section. If you want to help out the channel, visit the merch store. Link is in the description. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.